Hi guys, so today we're just going to go over some beginner pole moves. So we're going to do our step around, our front hook and our heron hook drops, okay? So I'm just going to demonstrate and then I'll break them down. Okay, so we will start off with your step around. So that's the very first move I've done, which looks like this. Okay, so you want to aim to start and stop in one place. So I tend to tell my students to think about having an X, so X marks the spot. So you're going to start with both feet down. Hands on the pole, okay, around shoulder height, and then your left leg's going to take off straight, keeping the right one slightly bent. And as I come around, my feet will meet, and then I take the right one off, coming back around, okay? Just going to show you that from a slightly different angle. So I come around, my feet meet, so you can see they're back both down on the floor, then I straighten out that leg, and I'm back on my X, okay? So you want to just keep practicing this over and over. Okay, you can do it at different heights. You can have a nice tall one, you can go super low, depending on how much space you've got at home, okay? So it's just a really nice move to start routines or link other spins up with. Okay, hopefully we've all got that, or you can just rerun that part of the video. We're going to go over your front hooks. So that's this bit. So you may hear this called a front frog as well, and you can do back hooks, but obviously today we're doing a front hook. So you want to think about having your hips in front of the pole. Your hand, inside hand, wants to be just above your head, outside hand just around shoulder height, okay? So hips nice in front of the pole, and then you want to just have that leg coming across so it's wide, okay? So I'm still touching the floor here. All I'm going to do is bend that knee here, and I'm just going to bring my foot slightly behind my body. So if there was a mirror, I would be able to see my foot between my legs, okay? So it's not out like that, it's in. And that way my hips are being pushed forward, okay? And that's what you want, hips forward. So, hips in front, leg open, just bend the leg, bringing the foot slightly behind, and we're just going to push into the pole and lift the other leg. So my knees are wide, feet touching, hips forward. Okay, now I know sometimes people can struggle with this whole shape, and people tend to end up doing these sort of wonky front hooks, okay, which just don't look as pretty. So if that's what you're doing, it's because your hips aren't in front of the pole enough, or you're bringing your leg up too high. So that's why I always say bring your hips in front, and all you need to do is this. If your leg's all the way up here, and when you straighten your leg it doesn't touch the floor, then it's too high and you're going to get what I call a wonky frog. Okay, a good way to check your positioning for when you're up the pole is to actually come down to the bottom of the pole. So I'm going to do it from here. So again, my hips are in front, and I'm just going to slide that leg around, and you can see my hips are being pushed forward because of the pole, and I've got a nice straight line from my knee up to my hip, then up to my shoulder. Now, if you don't have that, you'll sort of look like this, and it doesn't look as nice, and it's certainly not as comfortable. So perhaps just practice this position down the pole if we're struggling, and then you can come back up. So remember, hips in front, legs wide, bend the leg, push off. And to finish, just step down and then take the one off the inside. Okay, so we've done our step around and our front hook. So we're just going to finish off with your heron hook. That's the one that looks like this. And we're going to take it to a drop, so coming in and down. Now I know sometimes that drop can look a little bit scary and slightly intimidating, but if you just follow the instructions, you will be doing it no problem. Okay, so with your heron hook, you want to have your left hand on the pole, your right leg's going to come up. Now you can see my foot's just to the other side, so I've got some security there. I can just have my hands off, all right? So it's my left hand on and my right leg on. If I wanted to do it the other side, you're more than welcome to. Just make sure you have opposite hand to leg. I'm just going to stay with my right leg. So I'm here, and then from here I just take the other hand back, and I can just lean back and make it nice and pretty. So if I was to do this in a routine, you could just do a nice walk. Come on, left hand, right leg, lean, 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 and pull it back in. Now for our drop, once we've pulled back in, I'm going to bring my chest to the pole, okay? And bring my hands up slightly higher. Now from here, I'm going to take my weight onto my hands and just slide the leg that's on the floor to the side. Now, if you've got a slippy floor, wear socks, it will help, okay? So you're just going to push that leg out to the side. In my case, I'm just going to push it towards the window behind me, okay? So I've got my weight on the pole with my chest, my hands are up slightly, and then I can just come down nice and controlled, okay? I'll show you that from a front angle. So I'm on, I've come back in my heron hook, I've got my chest on the pole, and I'm just going to lift this leg here, pushing it towards the wall, and gently slide to the floor. Okay? Now once you become more confident, obviously you can do it slightly quicker, and you won't really need your chest on the pole, but for the moment it's like just good to keep it there so you've got that element of control. Okay, so we'll just piece it together with me sort of instructing you so you can follow along at home. So we're going to start off with a step around, so think about starting behind your pole on the X. So left leg's coming around, your feet meet and leave the pole. Lovely, let's just take a nice big walk. And your inside leg's going to come round, hips in front, bring that foot behind, lift the other leg, push off for your front hook. And again, try and finish behind the pole. Right leg up, left hand on. Bring it back, nice and slow. Coming on, hands high, chest on the pole, lifting that leg and sliding down. Good, well done guys. So if you haven't got it quite as sleek as you would like it, just keep rerunning it and I'm sure you'll get there.